Has the Vancouver real estate market peaked? Anecdotally, yes. On the stats, no. I'm going to dive in today with the new stats that just came out for March from the past month, and I want to go over anecdotal reports as well from people I'm talking to on the ground, and including my experience over the past couple of weeks, where I see the market heading moving forward this spring. But first, I want to just give my prayers and thoughts to everyone that's Ukrainian, that is struggling with the presence of invasion in Ukraine. I have a couple of close friends. Their family lives in Ukraine, so I just want to send out my condolences and thoughts to all the families that are going through this very, very tough time with the situation overseas in Ukraine. I just want to let you know that I went skiing today up in Whistler, and there's a lot of bad news going on, and I just wanted to relieve some stress. So I was on the mountain this morning, and it was a beautiful powder day, and out of the blue, I had this funny little French guy come up behind me. I was on a cat track coming back to Harmony Chair, and the guy just came up behind and pushed me forward because I was actually on my snowboard, and I was stuck. I was going, it was a very flat incline, and out of nowhere, he came up from behind me, and then he did it again to help me forward. And no one's ever done that to me on a snowboard before. I always wish they did, but they never have. And it just actually made my day. It gave me a sense of calm. And I encourage everyone to get out in the outdoors, especially this trying time with what's going on around the world. It'll make you feel better. I know it did for me today. So I just want to give that thought about what I experienced today. I found it really, really heartwarming having this guy come up and help me out. But in terms of the real estate market, I want to kind of go over how the Vancouver real estate market has really euphorically hit the stratosphere in the past 6 weeks since January, since the start of the new year, for all segments, townhomes, condos, and houses. And with the stats I'm about to share with you shortly here for the month of February, the price increases month over month are higher than they ever have been compared to 2021. Mind-boggling numbers again. However, we are seeing early signs that this actually might be the peak of the market, February 2022, and a modest decrease or just flattening out from here on out for the next few months. With this onset of the new interest rate hike that just came out today as well from the Bank of Canada. That was no surprise. I've been saying this in past videos. It will be coming out, and it went up to 0.5%. But to touch upon these early rumblings, I just want to give you a clear example of what I'm seeing on the ground. I have a client who owns an older townhome in Langley City, built in the mid-70s. However, just a couple of years ago, we bought it for $400,000, and just about a month ago, they were selling for $700,000. And then 3 weeks ago, there was a townhome just in the complex next door to him. It sold for $810,000. It was asking $650,000. 12 offers on the place, and then so he wanted to know what this new listing is selling for, if it's sold yet, next to him in the same complex. So I did some digging a couple of days ago, and the real estate agent was telling me that, John, there's something going on in Langley. Detached homes, townhomes, in the past week has seen a huge downturn in the amount of offers coming, or if any, no offers. And it turns out that his unit that he underpriced, he wanted to create a bidding war for this townhome to get that price of $810,000. He listed it $699,000. Unfortunately, the market has dramatically cooled, at least in Langley, for townhomes and homes, and they didn't get any offers. So this is quite a shift from what we have been experiencing in the past 6 weeks for all segments. And I haven't quite experienced this shift in Vancouver yet. I feel it might be more suburban oriented, but it might be coming to Vancouver shortly. But it's not showing up in the prices yet. I'm at an office in Vancouver where we have 500 realtors, and I'm seeing up to the minute stats on all the recent sales in the past couple of weeks, and I'm still seeing townhome sales in Langley from 2 weeks ago, 10 days ago, selling 150,000 over. homes in Tawasin going for 1.8, asking 1.5 million. So it's not showing up in the data yet, especially with regards to the stats I'm about to share with you today. But early rumblings that people might actually just be slightly exhausted from losing out, and they're just possibly taking a break. It was the family day weekend recently, and maybe people just need to relax. I have a couple of clients that have taken a break for a while because they were unfortunately not successful with their offers, and it's a very stressful situation. So, but the good news with the stats I have coming up, more listings are coming out, 30% more actually compared to January. So this is going to alleviate a lot of pressure on the home prices to continue skyrocketing upwards. It's going to create more choice for you. If you are thinking about selling and you don't know, you haven't found a place that you want to buy, well, you're not going to be seeing nearly the amount of offers that your neighbors have been getting in February, but you still might have a chance to get one or two at a price that probably not quite the price that your neighbors sold for, but maybe 5% less, because it was really euphoric in February. The inventory was super low, but the inventory is starting to rise rapidly here, and I'll share more stats with you as we go on here in the video. But want to let you know, I showed this brand new pre-sale development called Nouveau Central Park. It's going to be developed by Anthem Properties. They've just done this huge development at Station Square in Benchertown. I encourage everyone to go out and check it out. Really cool development, very fancy, luxurious, and very reputable builder. And anyways, the point I'm trying to make is that it was just packed, the presentation room. They haven't taken any offers yet. They haven't released any units, but the presentation center is open. And I did show a client the other day. Beautiful presentation center. It's going to be a beautiful northwest facing aspect towards Central Park, the North Shore Mountains, a little setback off Metrotown, so it's going to be a little quieter. It is beside the SkyTrain station, but if you get a unit facing away, you won't hear the noise, or if you're at upper levels as well. But really exciting times for pre-sales still, a lot of momentum, a lot of people that were there the other day. So even though I'm telling you that some markets are drifting off momentarily, it's not guaranteed that it's for good, but the condo market in Vancouver, Burnaby is very strong right now. So yes, the market has peaked momentarily. It's looking like it'll cool off for the rest of the year for suburban homes and townhomes, not nearly the levels of appreciation that we've seen the past 2 months. It just can't go on at 5 to 10% per month. But the condos still have a little bit of catching up to do. So I still expect more pressure on condos in Olympic Village, Metrotown, Burnaby, Kitsilano to continue their rise up for a few more months here, and possibly flatten out by May, June. So anyways, if you're still here, we have the stats to share with you. The Vancouver Real Estate Board released today. So the sales were actually very strong for February, 49.8% higher than the month of January. And the sales were 27% above the 10-year average. And the good news for everyone that wants to buy, there's more selection coming to the market. 5471 homes were listed in February, which was a 31% increase over January. So this is going to have an effect and reduce the pressure on everyone piling in for a particular house in a neighborhood. Instead of one house in a street or neighborhood, there's going to be 3 or 4 homes to choose from, which is good for you if you're a buyer. Not so much if you're a seller. If you are a seller, you might not be seeing exactly the amount of prices that your neighbors had just a few weeks ago, but still much, much higher than we saw the prices a year ago. And current listings in total are at 6742. That's very healthy. That's 19% increase, up from around 5,000 in January. And unfortunately, sales to active ratio is still very in favor of the seller's market. 34% detached, 64% townhomes, and 62% for condos, which used to be in the 40s. Now they're in the 60s. So that we are seeing more pressure on the condos this year. In terms of overall pricing for benchmark price detached, We're up 4.7% overall for all detached homes, which is huge. Just a few months ago, I was telling you we're at 1.5% per month, but 4.7% since January is an astounding figure. And condos also saw a 4% increase month over month since January. And the townhomes saw a mind-boggling 5.9% increase combined for all townhome segments in the Lower Mainland, including the Sunshine Coast, Squamish, Whistler area. So, who saw the biggest price increases month over month? Startling month over month increases, 10% actually in 1 month in New Westminster. And then second, Burnaby East at 8.4%. And then Sunshine Coast, what I've been mentioning in the past year, which has just been on a tear, Sunshine Coast and Squamish, 8.2% increase. And then once again, townhouse increases. Number one, Sunshine Coast, 11%. Whistler, 10.7%. And then, not a surprise, Squamish at 10.4% for the biggest increases month over month since January. And then onto the condos, we're not seeing double-digit figures quite yet. Possibly in another month, we'll start seeing them push 8, 9, 10%. But right now, Maple Ridge is at 6.4%, Pitt Meadow 6.3%, and then Richmond 5.8%. I haven't mentioned Richmond at all much in the past 6 months, so keep an eye on Richmond for Richmond condos. There are relatively affordable older condos in Richmond, around $400,000 to $600,000 still. So if you are on the market looking for an affordable opportunity, Richmond has affordable options for older condos. But yeah, that's the gist of today's video. The market is just generally softening without the help of the interest rate hike today, and we'll see where it goes. But I feel like it's been such a euphoric couple months here since the start of the year, and to see prices continuing up 10% a month is just not sustainable. And all likelihood, if you're going to put odds on it, the odds are that February was the peak of this bull run from the past 2 years, and the suburban houses are dramatically cooling off in the suburbs, Langley area. We're still seeing the prices on the sales in the past 2 weeks into our office come in at 100 to 200,000 over asking price. But these are just a couple offers now that we're seeing. A lot of people, unfortunately, haven't realized that the market's dramatically cooled off in the past week. So what they're used to doing is trying to put in an offer of 150,000, just hoping that they'll get accepted, which they've been doing the past 6 weeks. So if you are a buyer working with your realtor, be very cautious if you are making offers in the next 10 days to be very cognizant of the amount of people that are making offers on these homes, townhomes in Langley and the surrounding areas. It might be affecting all areas, even Vancouver shortly here, but don't go out like you have been in the past month and go 200,000 over and just pray, because you might be way overpaying possibly because there's only one or other buyer in the market. And actually this happened last February as well. I had a listing in Langley. We listed for 900,000 and we sold for 901 with one offer. We sold over asking price and with one offer. So a person that came in and made a bid, they didn't do any research and they bid over asking price. So we're kind of seeing the same thing again, where the inventory was low through the winter months, and then more listings are coming to the market right now. So in my opinion, I think the Vancouver housing market has peaked for the suburban market and the suburban townhomes. For certain segments, this townhome that I was referring to is an older one. The newer ones might last a little longer for a month here, but I feel like we're on the last wave for condos. And a real push towards back to the city. Supposedly, we might have mass restrictions lifted as of middle of March to go with Alberta and Ontario. What they're doing, they're eliminating all the mask and QR codes for restaurants. So, from what I was seeing the other day at the Nouveau Presale Center in Burnaby, a lot of optimism still, a lot of excitement for being close to Vancouver and Burnaby, and we might see a resurgence in condo investors coming out full force here this spring, as they were possibly speculating on homes over the past year in the suburbs where we saw the highest price appreciation. But what happened 2016 to 2017, we saw a huge rush into the condos in the Vancouver market. Let's see what happens over the next few months, but it's been a wild couple months of appreciation for your property. You must be thrilled with what it's worth. But if you are selling this spring, don't quite have the expectation that you are expecting an offer exactly what your neighbors sold for in February, because we had very, very historic low inventory, and we are creeping up with the inventory, more to choose from. And so you won't have 6, 7 offers. You'll be probably lucky to have 1 or 2 offers, or even just 1 offer. So don't underprice your listing. If your neighbor sold for 800,000 for a townhome, don't list it at 700,000. List it at 775 or 800, because these tactics that realtors were using a month ago, even, or a few weeks ago, was working quite well. But it might backfire, unfortunately, as it did for someone in Langley already, where the market has dramatically softened. So if you have any questions about what your neighborhood is doing, your city, happy to help you out and give you my insights. So again, my thoughts and prayers with everyone in Ukraine, and get outside, everyone, get some fresh air, and try to relieve the stress by just doing some exercise. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you like this video, like the button down below, subscribe if you haven't done already, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks and have a great day.